Hey everybody, welcome back to Riverwalk Talk. My name is, just like it says right there. I'm back over here at the Riverwalk. Last week we were away. We did kind of an away show over in Chicopee. So if you know me, there's one thing you know about me. I love dogs. I've always loved animals, but specifically dogs. Never had a dog growing up. I did, my parents had one when I was very, very young. Don't really remember her, my brothers do. But when I got married and bought a home, always had golden retrievers, love golden retrievers. Haven't for about 3 years now, for all sorts of different reasons. But one thing I think that's great around this area, there's a lot of great organizations that really support dogs and shelters and finding families, matching dogs that are fosters and things like that. So I figured this might be a nice opportunity to talk to somebody who's been in that world for a while and supporting puppies and being a foster mom for a long time and kind of just doing like really great work in supporting dogs as they're kind of looking for a new home. And that is Paula Therrien. And she's got Frito. Let's get Frito in the front. Hey, Frito.
Frito Bandito.
Frito Bandito. So I'm going to go over this side of you, Paula.
Okay.
So Paula is with an organization called Paws New England.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
How long have you been there doing that?
Since 2019.
Okay, so since 2019. She's doing God's work. She adopts dogs. She has 3 dogs in her house right now.
Yes, I was only supposed to have 2.
Yeah, she was only supposed to have 1, really. Then she decided to be a foster mom, and now she had 2, and then she fell in love with another one. So by the time the show's over, she may have like 4 or 5 dogs, because that's how it rolls. She's been an advocate for a long time doing it. So we're going to talk about Paws New England and kind of some of the really cool work. And Frito's going to be in the background waiting to like run. And
yes.
If Frito sees a squirrel,
he is part husky. Anybody watching this will understand what that means.
Okay. All right, so let's get going. We're going to go this way. So on my little podcast here, we start over here at the cul-de-sac and we walk to the clock tower.
Okay.
It's 1.1 miles. So Frito and you and I are going to get some steps in. But you and Frito walk you guys go for hikes all the time,
all the time. But he's used to being off leash because his
really?
nose drives him crazy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But he's a good boy. He's almost 4 years old. He'll be 4 in December.
Yeah.
He was a challenge at first. He kept escaping. He loves kids, loves dogs. So he would dig out under my fence. I got a call from my mom once. She sent me a picture. Only his back legs were in the front in the yard. He was hanging out underneath the fence. She's trying to pull him back in. He's gotten very mature since then, but we still have our issues.
Okay.
He's a good dog.
But so Frito is your puppy.
Correct. He was through Paws New England.
Yep.
I fostered him at 12 weeks old, and he really didn't have many applications. And I had 2 dogs of my own. Cooper was 13 at the time, and I said, he's not going to live much longer.
Who was Cooper?
Cooper was my German Shepherd, Basenji, my heart dog.
Yep.
And Cooper lived another 3 years, so he died in February. So now I have Casey, who's almost 14. I have Frito, and of course, I fostered another puppy, and now she's mine.
Right.
So I said I was going to get 3 dogs, but nobody's there to tell me no, so I have 3 dogs.
If you're a dog person, you can completely relate to everything she's talking about.
Yep.
So how did you get involved in Paws New England initially?
So my dad passed in May of 2019, and I wanted some joy, some happiness. And I said, I've always loved dogs, you know me. So I said, I saw Paws New England on Facebook all the time, and I really wanted to do something good. So I applied. And I've been a professional puppy cuddler since 2019 now.
I looked at her Facebook page, just kind of like, okay, what's her title for this? And it says, professional puppy cuddler, Paws New England.
Yeah.
But you're a volunteer.
I'm a volunteer. Everybody here is volunteer. Nobody gets paid whatsoever. But, it's so rewarding. It's so much fun. I basically get to take a puppy for sometimes only a few days, sometimes a few months. I get to train them, socialize them, love on them, and then I send them to a really good home.
That's got to be a little bit hard, right? I mean, you got to fall in love with...
I do fall in love with him. My last one I had for 6 days, and I was a basket case when I said goodbye to him because he was so cute, he was so good. But you know what? He went to a wonderful home.
Yeah.
They send me so many pictures and updates. I mean, not to get too graphic, but like 6 a.m. he did his first poop. I'm like, okay. 11 a.m. he went out for a pee. Like they had been first time dog parents, so they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to hold him at first.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, and they ended up being the best parents. I said, you can give him this toy. He gets all sorts of toys, all sorts of treats. I mean, it's a home run. So, yeah, it's sad at first, but when I foster a dog and then it gets adopted, I'm saving 2 dogs because
Yeah.
I'm putting one in foster, and we're pulling out one out of a bad situation. So basically, you're saving 2 dogs' lives, which is, what could you ask
Yeah.
for?
Speaking of those kind of bad situations, so I mean, a lot of these puppies, I'm sure that you and other volunteers have some trauma in their
Oh,
past.
absolutely.
And there's some habits and some bad things you sort of got to somewhat work through. I mean, that's got to be pretty hard too.
We have amazing fosters down south. They do the really tough jobs. They see the heartbreak. They see the dogs as property down south.
Yeah.
They come in with bullet holes, broken jaws,
Oh my God.
bullets in them. Sorry, Frito.
That's all right.
Emaciated. They've been hit by a car. They've been used as a bait dog, and they see the worst of the worst. Up here and up north, we have the benefit of them being taken care of already. They've been saved. They're
Yeah.
safe. We get the fun part of socializing them, loving on them. So
Yeah, but come with all that stuff you just described, other places, yeah, they're coming up here to a safer environment, but there's that, just like a human, right? There's trauma that these dogs
there
are
is.
dealing with. They're afraid of noises and people and things.
the puppy I just kept, her name is Cheerio. I'm thinking I named her Queso though, because Frito and Queso sounds good together. And Casey and Frito, Queso's a mixture of both their names. I don't know.
That's a
She-
good, I like that.
Yeah, she was found, I believe it was Mississippi. Her mom with her 8 puppies was left in a crate in an apartment that they either got evicted or they just moved away for 2 weeks. We found them on death's door.
Oh my God.
And we saved every single one of them. Everyone lived, but the puppy I kept, extremely traumatized.
Yeah.
Nobody can touch her. I'm the only one that can sit there and pet on her. She barks at everybody else. She's very scared. Loud noises, like you said. But we're getting there. But it's taking a while.
How old is she, did you say?
She'll be 7 months, October 5th.
Wow, so she's just literally a puppy.
Yeah, she's a cute little girl.
So,
Oh,
what,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
Yeah.
also her mom had a broken jaw, and it was set by the time we got to her.
you mean like it just healed itself?
It healed itself, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, people are cruel.
It's fair to say that you like dogs more than people.
Absolutely.
I'm in the same boat. I
Yeah.
think a lot of us out there might be.
Yeah.
And if you're not like that, then there's something clinically wrong with you.
Yeah.
So what is the pipeline for dogs getting found and then coming up here? Because I know there's like animal control officers all around the country, and they come across a situation like that. Do they reach out to a Paws New England?
Yes. So our founder Joanne is absolutely amazing. She's made connections. We have connections with vets down south. We have connections with rescues down south. We also have just some good Samaritans who will find a dog on the side of the road, and they'll reach out to somebody who will reach out to somebody else, who will reach out to us. And she said, "Yep, we're going to take them." I mean, we don't discriminate. Any dog breed is saved under our rescue.
And that's not the case all the time, right? There are specific like golden retriever rescues.
Yes.
There are probably hound rescues, right?
Well, pit bulls get a bad rap.
Yeah.
And so a lot of those you see euthanized. Pit bulls and chihuahuas, I believe, are the highest dogs that are euthanized because they're overbred.
Okay.
Chihuahuas are bred because they're cute and fuzzy,
Yeah.
and pit bulls for fighting. Now, if you didn't know, Frito's part pit bull. He's half pit,
Yeah.
and he is the sweetest,
He really is.
cuddliest dog ever. He just wants to smell everything.
Yeah. He like licked my ear, licked my nose.
He loves everybody, kids, everybody. This person running, he'll probably want to say hi to him too.
Oh, okay. This be a good test where someone's
Yeah.
coming up. All right. So there's that pipeline that kind of
Yes.
comes all around.
Yep.
How many? Do you know the stats off the number? Like how many volunteers are out there? How many dogs per year are going through Paws New England?
It changes. We have people, I'm on a foster team page, I'm on a transport team page, and, every once in a while, welcome a new person to the transport, welcome a new foster. Some people drop off because they have other commitments
Yep.
or it doesn't work for them, but it's always forever changing. I want to say we did close to 500 dogs last year we
Oh,
placed.
wow, that's great.
Yeah, and Paws New England I'm going to just speak for this rescue because I don't know others, but it's a fantastic rescue. We pay for everything. We pay for vet visits. We even pay for food. We provide supplies. We have a vet team. We have a lost dog team. We have
Wow.
behavioral team, and they're all volunteers.
Wow.
Yeah, so if I'm on a chat right now, and it's like, well, my foster's doing this right now, and a vet or a vet tech will answer you and give you suggestions and say, this warrants a vet visit. This might not warrant a vet visit, but there's 100% availability if you ever have a question, concern, or anything.
Yeah.
It's an amazing organization.
And you mentioned the founder's name is Joanne?
Joanne Hutchinson.
Do you know her backstory? Like what got her into this?
She just is dog crazy like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, and she wanted to save them all. I'll do a quick little story. So I had a girl probably about 3 years ago, her and her sister, and all of a sudden she just didn't feel good. And I brought her to a local vet, and they
When you
said,
say girl, you're talking about a dog.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, local.
You said I had a girl that wasn't feeling well, and I brought her.
Yeah, a little girl, and she wasn't feeling good. And I brought her to the local vet, and they said, they tested her, and she's like, she had parvo, and they were like, you got to get out of here. They opened up all the doors and said, just go, because parvo is very contagious.
What is it again?
Parvo, it's like,
I don't know what that is.
it's a puppy virus that most dogs don't survive.
Oh, okay.
That's why all puppies are vaccinated for parvo
Yeah.
right away.
Okay.
Well, so I ended up calling a vet. I found one in Windsor, Connecticut, I believe, that would take us. And Joanne said, I don't care what it costs, we're saving this dog.
Wow.
And our estimates were like $7,000.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Turns out it was a false positive. She had
Oh.
just been she had just been vaccinated, and it was just showing up in her test because she had just gotten vaccinated.
Oh
So-
wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she ended up getting adopted, great home. And I brought her to the vet, and I picked her up like a few hours later. What a different dog. She just needed a little bit of hydration.
Yeah.
And but that's the kind of heart Joanne has. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter who the dog is. We're gonna save it.
So what's the funding source? Are you guys constantly fundraising, or
It's people with donations. That's our source of income. You can be a monthly donor. You can do a one-time donation. Sometimes we do like pop-ups where we have it at a cidery or a brewery, and people make donations. You can do a donation in memory of a dog,
Okay.
in honor of someone.
Okay, that's
yeah.
cool. I'll have the link down below if you want to check out Paws New England and make a donation
Yeah.
to them. You're local.
Yes.
You live locally. We're in Ludlow right now. You're in the area. So I know you were talking about maybe organizing some kind of an event of some sort.
I would love to do something. So Paws is basically out Eastern Mass, Rhode Island. We're all over New England basically, but Western Mass is slowly coming around. We have a few fosters here and there, but I'd like to make us more well known out here and do some sort of, puppy yoga, puppy fundraiser, some type of thing where people can actually see the dogs, see
Yep.
what we're all about. you
Yeah.
know. And we have dogs of all sizes, ages, genders. There's only 2 genders, but yeah. I mean, we're looking for fosters. We're looking for people who could help us with grant writing for nonprofits. We're looking for people who'd mind doing virtual home visits. So basically, someone applies. So we have different people for everything. So the way it would go is someone applies for a dog. It goes to a volunteer who sends it to the appropriate, we call it coordinator. They will vet the dog. They'll call, check. We do check references, just to let you know.
Yep.
Make sure your other dogs are up to date or we're up to date.
Yep.
And then it goes to somebody else who will call you and do a FaceTime. And they'll check out your house. They're not looking for, anything bad. They're just making sure it's not
Safe environment.
Safe environment.
Yeah.
Nothing dangerous plants or things where a dog could get hurt. A fence in yard is not totally required for every dog. Certain dogs are, but I know a lot of rescues say if we don't have a fence, then we can't adopt. That's not our policy. It all depends on the dog and the people.
So your Paws New England is more of an Eastern Mass thing. Not
Yeah.
that there's competition, but what other rescue groups do you know? Are you familiar with in this area?
Well,
in
around
Western
here,
Mass?
I know there's East Coast Canine, and then there's your local shelters around here, and nothing against them, but we are 100% foster based. So that means any dog that you are adopting through us has been in a foster home,
Okay.
has experienced a home, has experienced, a dog bed, has experienced a warm meal. Some have been children tested, some have been cat tested.
Okay.
And we have special needs dogs. We had a dog that was paralyzed, and it took a couple years, but he finally got adopted to a great home.
Oh, wow.
We've had tripods, missing a leg.
Yep.
We've had some dogs that are blind. We have a cute little puppy right now. I believe he's blind and deaf.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really like, to your point, like the founder, she's like, we're going to do everything we possibly
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
to save the dogs. You mentioned, I know you said that they do FaceTime. There's also a home visit where they'll go and they'll actually physically see the home to
We
kind of
used
make
to
sure
do
it's
that,
safe?
but COVID changed all that. So now it's basically a FaceTime. Just like show us
Okay.
where the dog's going to stay. And they'll give pointers because sometimes people are new dog owners. They don't know, like, you don't want to put the crate at a window while the sun's going to hit it all day long and
Yeah.
the dog's going to get sun.
Yep.
You don't want to put it against the heater so it's getting blasted with heat during the winter time.
Yep.
Just little things. You know, they're not going to nitpick you. They're just like, they want to get to know you and they want. So I wrapped two of my friends up, Maureen and Cindy. Cindy does home visits now, and Maureen does transportation because we have a transportation team as well that will pick them up from quarantine and bring them to a foster home or meet an adopter if they can't go all the way from the quarantine. We just have a great group of people.
So really what you're saying is to be your friend comes with conditions.
Yes.
To be Paula Therrien's friend means that there's a good chance you may be driving a dog to and
How
from
many,
there.
how many times do I ask you if you wanted a dog?
It's true. A dog will come up and she'll be like, hey, you ready for a dog yet? And
Yeah.
I'm like,
I was telling about some golden retrievers today.
I know.
Talk them into it.
I know. We'll see. We'll see.
So yeah, you do a home visit. If everything passes the vibe, then you'll get approved, and then you make arrangements to pick the dog up at the foster home.
Yeah.
But that's where it doesn't change. Once your dog is adopted, it doesn't matter. We're there for you for the life of the dog.
Yeah.
If you have behavioral questions, vet questions, if it runs away, all our dogs are microchipped.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I know you said mostly Eastern Mass, but are you really all around New England, or
Yeah.
is it going any further than
There's
that?
a lot of people in Rhode Island. I'm not, there is in Connecticut as well. And I met a few people out in Western Mass that are fostering for Paws. There's some in New Hampshire, Maine. I think we got all the states covered.
In New England?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is Paws New England, so that's kind of the point of it.
Yeah.
So you've been at it for a number, you said since 2019?
19, correct.
Since you've been, how you went through COVID. How much of a disruptor was COVID for an industry like this?
Well, honestly, the puppy boom, it was crazy. I mean, everybody was working from home or was not working at all, so we couldn't keep puppies on the shelves. I mean, they were going
Really?
like crazy. Oh,
Puppies on the shelves.
they were they were getting. I was working a hybrid schedule at that time, so I was taking like 4 puppies at a time.
Wow.
Yeah, it actually helped us a lot. I mean, the sad part was after COVID, a lot of people realized that they didn't have time for the dog, so a lot of returns. It happened everywhere. But no, COVID actually boomed. We had a lot of dogs going during that time.
Well, that's interesting. So you said return. So I would imagine it's not super uncommon for somebody to get a puppy, get a dog, and whether the environment just doesn't work out, in that case, they have the option to bring the dog back, which is kind of sad, right?
It is,
for
but
the
per our
dog.
contract, they come to us.
They go back to you guys.
Yes, because we want them back in a foster home. We want to reassess them, and we want to take care of them and get them back out to be adopted again.
I can imagine. I mean, like you said, I know you guys do your own fundraisers and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but the vet bills for some of these things, having had dogs in the past, they're lovable, they're cuddly, they're all that, but they're also a little expensive too. It's like having your own kid.
It is, and a lot of people I've seen, not a lot, I've seen some people, on our Facebook page and like $600 for a dog. They're
Yeah.
asking way too much. And I said, well, you know what? Why don't you go out and price a rabies shot, a microchip, their first 3 puppy shots.
Yeah.
And then not to mention, I don't know if you checked the price of a neuter or spay lately, but they're several $100s.
Yeah.
We're not making any money off of this. It's through the generosity of other people that we're able to do this.
Yeah, for sure. As long as I've known you, you've always been an animal person.
Yeah.
When I first met you, she had horses.
Yeah. Your kids rode the horses.
Don't tell me the name.
You'll never get it.
Oh God. What was the horse's name?
Rip off.
Rip Off. I know, Rip Off was there. Cats, dogs. So was it a kind of just a natural transition for you to kind of get into this line of work? Had you always thought about it prior to that?
My parents, we grew up with animals. I mean, my dad had dogs, my mom had dogs. When I was little, horse was like the only thing I knew how to say. I wanted a horse, I wanted a horse, I wanted a horse. I finally got one when I was 13. But prior to that, I named all my cats after horses. I wanted a horse so bad. And I finally got one when I was 13. But I've always loved animals. I think every picture of me as a kid has some sort of animal. To the point where I found a wild rabbit and it was in shock or something. So I brought it home and I put it in my empty bird cage and it wasn't moving, so I left the door open. In the middle of the night, my brother's telling my mom there's a rabbit in his bedroom. And she's like, go back to sleep. And he's like, Mom, there's a rabbit in And sure enough, it was because I left the door open, the rabbit got out.
She thought he was just having a weird dream.
Yeah, and I want to save everything too. We went to the pet store to get a parakeet for me, and I wanted one that was really sick. And my dad's like, "Do you really want that one?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want that one." We both got parrot fever from the bird because it was sick.
Oh my God.
So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's funny. So it's in your DNA. You know, you're one of, and thank God for people like you to kind of do work like this, because it's really important. I mean, I think the general population is kind of like, oh, you know, cute little puppy, and they move on.
Yeah.
But there's some sad situations out there.
There is, you know, and getting a puppy is great. I love puppies, don't get me wrong, but there's something to be said to grow old with a dog. You know, I've had my, Cooper was 16, and I loved every minute of it. Casey's almost 14, and there's so many memories there too. It's like,
yeah.
You know, they're like your kids, and I don't understand how people will say, I got a new puppy, I can't keep this old dog anymore.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, but we don't discriminate on age either. We've taken 16-year-old dogs in, we take them all in. You know, we're always looking for people too. We could expand more if we had more volunteers.
Right. So yeah, how does somebody, if somebody's watching this, and again, I'm going to have the link below to Paws New England, but if somebody's interested in doing anything in that realm you just mentioned, can they reach out to you?
Yep, they could you can contact Chip, and I can talk your ear off if you want. But we go out, fill out an application, we talk to you, explain what it's all about, and then you can either, like I said, we have a transport team which picks them up from the transport down in Connecticut, bring them to quarantine. We have people that do the home visits. We have people that, you know, maybe write a grant for a nonprofit to try to raise funds for us. I just picked up some food donations. We're always accepting donations. You know, we can gently use harnesses, leashes, bowls, anything like that, blankets, bedding, anything like that. Any little bit helps, you know. All these people together have made an amazing rescue.
What if there's a point, has there ever been a point, I should say, where you have a need for a dog that needs to go, you know, into a foster home like yours? Has there been a point where there aren't enough volunteers to help out?
Sometimes, but our volunteers have a way of begging and borrowing and doing whatever they can. I mean, one of our girls has 11 dogs at her house at one point. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say no, but at one point you do have to say no, because there's just no more room. So, I mean, if someone's thinking about it, if you're retired and, you know, you don't have the time for a dog because you travel so much, we have vacation coverage. You know, sometimes a dog just needs a soft spot to land for a couple weeks. Sometimes we have special need dogs who need a quiet home that maybe, you know, just to decompress. And you could save a dog's life, you know, by taking it in your house and building its trust.
Yeah.
We have some special needs that they need, you know, medication, or, you know, they can be the only dog, or, you know, no cats. Oh, squirrel.
Literally a squirrel just ran by, and Frito, if Frito was not on a leash, that squirrel would have...
He did really well.
Have an issue. I lost my train of thought there for a second, but so you've got your plethora of volunteers that you work with, and you got a Facebook group. Now, we certainly want to tell people the great parts about having a dog. You're talking about it's a lot of work and things like that, but typical day in the life of a dog owner with one dog. What's the day like for you?
It's hard to say since I have 3, but you know, it starts in the morning. Starts in the morning with letting them out and feeding them. And my mom, I'm very fortunate to have a great mom who comes over halfway during the day and lets them out for me.
Okay.
And then I come home.
Well, we should mention that too. You have a whole full-time job.
I do.
So this is literally a volunteer side hustle kind of a thing. You're working a 40-hour-a-week job.
And that's why people say they can't do it because they work full-time. Well, you know what? A dog sitting in a cement cage for 14 hours a day would rather sleep on your couch for 8 or 9 hours while you're at work.
Yeah.
All they do is sleep, you know, and it's just so rewarding and so fulfilling, and it's actually very needed.
Needed.
Yes, because we can't stop the population down south. People just, their dogs are property down there. They just keep breeding and breeding, and we're overflowing with puppies that are just getting euthanized. 4 million dogs a year, I think, are euthanized because people don't spay and neuter.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's a crazy stat.
I mean, Frito's story is kind of unique. So he came from Texas, and Bissell Vacuum was doing a Clear the Shelters event. So him and his brother actually flew on a plane to Bradley, and then our rescue took him over. and I was his foster mom, and he didn't get any really good applications. Someone's like, oh, I'll put him, in a room in my apartment when I'm at work. And I'm like, this dog needs to run. And so I said, you know what, Cooper's getting old, let me keep him. And I'm so glad I did it. The first year was really tough. And that's another thing. People don't give their dogs time to decompress.
Yeah.
We've had dogs return within 24 hours because he was too hyper. And I'm like, you're uprooting this dog from wherever it's been, and it's been 24 hours. It takes, they say the rule of thumb, 3 days to decompress, 3 weeks to understand your routine, and 3 months to feel like you're at home. So you got to give him time.
Yeah.
And he's the best dog ever now.
Yes, he is a great dog. I mean,
he's not for adoption right now. Some days it's challenging, but no, he's never going anywhere.
And so I know you're a very active person. You guys get out, you hike.
Yep.
You and your 3 dogs. Yep. Are they all off leash, or do you have to keep some on leash?
The new one's on leash still because she gets scared at loud noise. Like I said, she's a work in progress.
Yeah. But it's still new.
She had trauma, so she will see you. She'll take a treat from you, and then the next minute she'll bark at you because her brain's telling her that she's not safe, even though she is safe. She's very conflicted.
Sure.
Not a biter. She's just very scared.
Yeah.
But she loves him. They get along really well. I just have people keep coming over. We have special needs dogs that people have to have patience with. But yeah, I mean, even college kids could foster dogs. People are like, oh, I don't have the time. There's always time.
Yeah.
I
know for my day job, I'm the liaison for a couple dog programs, and we actually seek weekend handlers on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Because the program I'm involved with, we have people who are incarcerated that train animals to be service animals. It's an absolutely wonderful program. It really, really is. But then people who maybe have had a dog and they just don't have that commitment, they'll come and get them on weekends. Do you guys have anything like that where maybe, what if you're on vacation and you got your mom and stuff like that, but can you kind of outsource the dogs while you're away?
We have a thread going on Facebook, and we'll be like, hey, putting this out there now, I'm going on vacation in a couple weeks, can you take so-and-so? And they'll list, he's good with cats, not good with cats, good with kids, good with kids of a certain age, needs a quiet home. So yes, we have people that will cover, we try to cover all the bases. We want to make it as easy for our fosters as possible because we're
going to go over here and have the clock tower behind us.
So sorry.
Yeah, we're going this way. Behind us, not behind you.
So yeah, we try to make it easy on our fosters as possible because, we need them. Without them, we are nothing.
Yeah.
But it's a very rewarding, if you want to try it, they'll set you up with the easiest dog possible at first.
Yeah.
And then you can move on to a more challenging if you really love it. And yes, you might cry when you say goodbye to your foster, but he's going to a good home and you're saving another dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you, when you first got into this, were you a little pensive about, can I handle it? Because you already had Cooper, right? You already had your
Cooper
dog.
and Casey.
Yeah.
No, because I knew Casey loved everybody, and Casey still does love everybody. Cooper was the disciplinarian. He would tell them no, and they would respect it. And that's why I only took puppies, because puppies would respect his boundaries. I mean, the first 2 dogs I got were little potatoes. They were like 6 pounds each, and I was so nervous because they were tiny, and they ended up being like 60 pounds. So you never know what size they're going to be either.
Yeah.
But no, I don't regret a single moment.
Is there a specific breed that you're more attracted to than
I
others?
love German Shepherds.
Yep.
That's why I try not to foster them, because I end up keeping them. But I've done about 50 puppies so far.
Wow, 50 puppies since 2019. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And multiple at a time, right?
Yeah. I do multiples because they keep each other busy. So I'll do 2, sometimes I'll do 4. I think I've only done 3 max this year so far at once.
What does your house look like right now?
Well, it's
What does your backyard look like?
My backyard's great. My woodwork's all torn up, chewed up, but that's my fault because I let them get away with a lot. But I don't regret a single thing.
Do all 3 dogs sleep on the bed with you?
Yes. Well, actually, I have a twin bed at the foot of my king-size bed where he sleeps. Casey's got his own cot bed, and the puppy sleeps with me.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 other beds in the house, and I have a tiny house. My friend once told me if I keep getting mattresses, I just can throw mattresses everywhere, and I won't need any flooring.
Oh my God. Well, honestly, seriously, thank God for the work that you do. Let's get Frito in there. Hey, Frito.
Frito, look over there. No.
Right?
Hey, look that way.
See?
Oh, he can't.
Try making him a star.
Hey, Frito, look at him.
So he is super cute. So we just walked the whole Riverwalk, 1.1 miles, and you didn't hear one peep, one bark. He was pulling a little bit.
Yeah, well, he saw a squirrel, he saw people.
And that's, she mentioned
now he's talking.
He's not used to being on leash. So we're at the Riverwalk, and if you do bring your dog over here, these are required to have leashes over here.
Yeah.
So What were you gonna say?
And poop bags.
Oh, and poop bags. Yes, for sure. That's.
I brought them just in case.
How many of those do you go through a year?
Well, I mean, I'm in the woods, so.
Okay, good point. Yeah. So I have a link down below to Paws New England. So if you're interested, so they're looking for volunteers to do the fostering, write grants. What other volunteers are you guys looking for?
Or look for people that just want to transport a dog. You know, if they like to drive and they want to go from Connecticut to Mass or wherever we need help. If they want to collect donations, I'll be more than happy to pick them up and make sure we get them. A lot of our donations go down south because they're really hurting for food down there. So we'll put them on the doggy transport that comes up here to drop dogs off. We'll in turn take it back for us. And so we give them the much needed food or bedding or whatever they need for the dogs. Home visits, that's an easy one. If you're at home, you can just go on your computer or your iPhone and do FaceTime and do a home visit for us. If anybody's interested in hosting a Paws New England fundraiser at a brewery or anything in Western Mass, you can reach out to Chip or me.
Right, because apparently I'm involved in this now too.
No. We'll get him a dog eventually.
That's probably going to happen. If my wife sees this, I may have to block her from social media so she doesn't see this for a little while. So that's going to do it for this week's show. And you can go check out the link. It's a great organization. It's a lot of great organizations around here. So any dog rescue, animal rescue, the animal control officers that are in most towns, you know, they have access to them as well too. So reach out if you can. And again, if you are kind of beyond that point where you're looking for dog, but you still feel sympathetic, want to make a financial donation,
yes,
that's there as well too.
Yes, we always are accepting monetary donations are great as well. But we're appreciative of anything anybody can do. Many hands makes light work.
Right.
And
all right, we're gonna let Frito take us out. Frito, say goodbye. Bye, Frito. Okay, see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hey everybody, nice to see you again.